Yo, what's up, team? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment. And even though the dojo is closed, you guys know we had to come back for another episode of Cobra Kai.
He ain't lying.
This is hype, man. We definitely had to talk about this, and I felt like it was necessary that we let it marinate and sit. You know, everybody's still kind of recovering from the finale.
You ain't lying.
There was a lot to, discuss and a lot to dissect and things like that, and I felt like season 6 really was the intensity factor and the edginess of the entirety of the franchise. And then, we're about to anchor into a new movie, Karate Kid Legends, so it was like, you know what, why not? It's inevitable.
Yeah.
I
second that, man. I felt like jumping right into a review, my emotions is all over the place.
Yeah.
Now that I'm settled, and granted, it took me some time because this is a big blow, man. This is a big part of my life. 6 years of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And 6 years with you guys, with this Cobra Kai, and just, it was a lot. So I wanted to make sure I thought it out well and didn't give overhype or underhype for, situations because you might forget things because it's so much. But I'm ready to get into this review.
I'm ready.
We're going to make this sweet and simple for y'all. We're going to talk about the good. We're going to talk about the bad. We'll give our favorite moment.
All right, bet.
We'll give our favorite season.
Okay.
Then we'll give you guys that grade.
All right, cool.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's cool?
Yeah.
All right. Ronan.
Yeah.
We sitting outside the dojo.
Yep.
Let's get into the good, man. What you got, bro?
I'm going to say the consistency as far as character moments and character arcs, they really acknowledge Karate Kids 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
In a light where not so much nostalgia, but so you remember. And I feel like they've done flashbacks and montages the best I've seen in a series in a long time, where it's like it's needed and it's necessary for that specific moment. And when a character pops up that you may have forgotten, the montage and flashback makes you remember, oh yeah, this is them now in this point in time, but this is where they were. Yeah. And it's like, boom. All right, so this is the transition. This is who they were. This is where they are now. I love that.
Yeah.
They made flashbacks like a point in time, like in an epic fashion where it's like, damn, okay. And it made that moment in that movie much better and that film much better too.
You ain't lying about that.
Yeah.
The character arcs was really a big thing for me also, man. Just seeing John Kreese clean up everything, bro. And it takes me back to, I believe it was season 3? Season 3 when we got the background of him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was season 3. Season 3. Yeah. We got the background of him and really got in depth with on how he became the John Kreese that we know, and just knowing that he was always a good guy.
Yeah.
He just was covered with the Cobra.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then when it came to the point where he knew he couldn't do it no more, and his antics got someone demised, it snapped back into place. Very emotional drive with me with John Kreese, man. That was probably one of the best ending arcs that we've seen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The whole thing, like he just wrapped up everything, even what he created with Terry. He made that Terry.
Yeah.
That's what he made, and he cleaned it up.
Yeah, he had to finish it.
Yeah, finish him. I really enjoyed that ending arc out of this whole thing.
I will say the writing did a good job of knowing when to be campy, but also intensity, but also giving us that family drama, and also, giving us that throwback to the 80s, 90s action.
Yeah.
And I think they did a good balance of what worked. They saw that karate was a big thing in the era, and it was a big thing in transition into the 90s and the 2000s, but also making these young teenagers feel like superheroes in a lot of ways, and also inspiring young teenagers and kids saying that anybody could be a karate kid, because you never got that point of view or that vision with the movies. It was always one main character that we were forced to follow.
Yeah.
And Cobra Kai said that, hey, it could be anybody. You put your mind to it, and you get the right sensei, and you have the right motivation and the right teacher and the right path, you can do it.
Yeah.
And Cobra Kai was like, that world expanding of, hey, this is what it is, and it made martial arts cool again. You know what I'm saying? But again, like, they made it exciting, and they knew how to make themselves absurd and silly at some points. Granted, because it's Cobra Kai and stuff, and then also you had that Karate Kid element, like where it kind of felt like Power Rangers to some degree.
It's funny that you're saying that, because I'm thinking that in my head, bro.
Yeah.
And I thought Kenny would be a great Black Ranger, but all right, continue.
Yeah. But I like that the writers understood, like, this is what made Karate Kid cool. How do we bring it into the future? And they asked the questions where Johnny Daniel in their lives. Like, for them to do that, they had something special in that beginning. And I'm pretty sure that others didn't really believe it. And they were like, well, we got the answers, so let's just focus on, instead of let's focusing on, Daniel, let's see what Johnny's been up to, and then we'll incorporate Daniel LaRusso back into that. So I thought it was just a genius way to build a new universe, but also expand on what had came before.
Yeah,
it was genius, man. That one question, we got 6 seasons out of that one question.
Yeah, and it's a phenomenal question, because we're about to get more,
and we got an epic answer too.
We might get 6 spinoffs,
right?
Because it opens the door for a lot, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, we close. But
definitely inspiring. For sure.
Inspirational to the T, bro. One thing that I really adored, continuous from season 1 all the way down, was that when we did follow Johnny, we followed Johnny's music, and the music, especially in season 6. I felt like we were one with the show, because we understood the music in the stories, right? So you knew what songs they were going to play just because you understood the way that story was, that lineup of the script was going to go.
Gotcha.
And I love that, because it really, at the end, when you start with Cobra Kai, you're coming in as, oh, I know Karate Kid. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. When you end with Cobra Kai, you become Cobra Kai. You become the show. You become immersed in the essence of the idea.
Yeah.
You understood the assignment at a level where it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Some of us got caught on faster than others, but at the end of the day, at the ending, we all were at the same level, and the music was one of the drivers of that.
Oh yeah.
Because the music really spoke who these characters were, where it came from, and never forgetting.
True.
I love that.
That's true.
I love that.
I will also say the level of actors that they got in, like as far as like when you got towards the end of season 6 and everything, it started to really get intense and started to take shape where like people could die. There was like real threats. There was real villains. There was menacing. And we started going into like comic book territory. But then you had to look at like the movies that we got in that time, like Best of the Best and Bloodsport. You start bringing that idea of the tournament, the Mortal Kombats and stuff like that. So it was cool to see Karate Kid in that light again, because it's like, all right, well, you know what? There are other fighters out there. Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to be number one. Who wants it the most? Like, so it was great.
Competition is always a beautiful thing.
And
man.
then the idea that the different styles, the different senseis, it's just cool. There's a reason we like seeing characters that whoop ass, and even when they win and lose, like we like seeing people achieve and like being the best and coming from something, coming from nothing, but also understanding that they do have potential and just wanting to fight and compete, but also have fun, but also show that there's other real ones out there too, and you're going to be challenged. So it's always exciting. And I felt like they played into that very well, because like I said, when we did the final moments of our reaction, there's always going to be bullies. There's always going to be villains. There's always going to be light senseis. There's always going to be dark senseis.
Yep.
And that's what's great about Cobra Kai. They opened that initiation idea. And that's why I'm excited for where we're going to go moving forward with the spinoffs and this new movie, Legends. Because Cobra Kai broke the barrier in all the most amazing ways. It did it.
Yeah.
It did the impossible. These 3 writers did the impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by them doing what they did is why we getting more shows like Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're getting Cobra Kai spinoffs, and
Yeah.
you got, because these questions have been asked.
Yeah.
And I say this, the last thing that one of my likes is that when you watch Cobra Kai, it's a family event, regardless of what age you are. And one thing that I really love about Cobra Kai, from you guys and us, you got to love who you wanted to love.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They did not force or jam a character down your throat.
Yeah.
Brilliant. They kept it traditional. You got to love who you wanted to love. I love debating with you guys for 5 to 6 seasons on who you think was the Karate Kid.
That was a big thing, yeah.
Even though I was right
Yeah.
and you were wrong. No. Technically, no one is wrong. But you got to like who you wanted to like.
2025, I told you.
You had your Hawk. You had your Dimitri.
Yeah, yeah.
You had your Robbies, your Sams,
Sam, Tori,
Tories,
yeah.
Miguel's,
Kenny,
Kenny's,
Devin
Lee,
Yeah.
Aisha.
Yep.
You got Keanu Reeves' son. Now, I'm not saying I was his son. Don't go look it up. You know, people did that, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's hilarious.
We references to somebody that looks familiar, like that could be his son. That's how we do over here on Jason Entertainment. It's called Barbershop Talk, ladies and gentlemen. When you go to the barbershop and get your hair cut, the old man in the back with the bald head and the bees around his head, he'll probably say something like, yeah, that's Forrest Whitaker's son. That ain't his son, but he look like him. That like
yes,
that.
It is. Yes, it is.
You don't know no Martin Luther the King.
Yes, I do. That's funny.
But you get my drift, right?
Yeah.
So you got a chance to actually experience who you wanted to like.
That is a fact. Yeah.
Like, we got to actually have our own personal opinion. Because this is what Karate Kid did. It told us John Kreese was a bad guy.
Right.
It told us Johnny wasn't such a nice guy. It told us Daniel was the good guy and Mr. Miyagi was the savior. Not in Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
We got a chance to choose who we wanted to believe by their story and who their character is. We understood John Kreese wasn't a bad guy. He just didn't want to go back to where he was, so he did whatever he had to do.
He stayed in soldier mode because that was the only way.
To do it. He did some effed up things, don't get me wrong. But he did it for the love of Cobra Kai and Johnny. He believed in his heart that that was the right thing to do. Same thing with Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny was never the bad guy.
No.
Johnny was minding Johnny's business. And he had a little to him. And Daniel was being who Daniel is. Always in somebody goddamn business.
Yeah.
Look at how Terry Silver came in. Terry Silver was a scary little kid.
Oh yeah.
And he had to stay in that mode because he didn't want to go back to that. Because he almost died in war because of that.
He got some money, he got wealthy, and started wilding out.
Exactly.
Like,
granted, they were bad guys at the end of the day, but we got to see why, and we had our own opinion on them.
Yeah.
Like, Mr. Miyagi had us shaking. Like, damn, Mr. Miyagi, the robbing fools and junk, man, he the American people, bro. What he doing?
But he had a reason for it.
But he had a reason, and it made him look even better at the end of the day.
Yep.
He looks 10 times better now than he's ever looked to me.
Give me my mama necklace.
You know what I'm saying?
You tripping.
Like, what the hell?
And man, people was dying at the original Sekai Taikai. I'm like, oh, this is very interesting. We're getting answers as to why they made the choices they did in the past. Another great plus about the show.
Like Mike Barnes. We thought Mike was a bona fide bad guy.
He wasn't.
He wasn't.
He wanted to get paid.
And he knew the only way he can get out of where he was at, his poverty at the time, was to fight. So he had to do whatever he had to do.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Quit being a hard ass, LaRusso. Sign the damn contract.
I'm trying to eat, bro. I can't sleep. I can't eat.
I feel him.
Man.
But we saw one side in that original trilogy. It was crazy. But
I love Cobra Kai for that, bro.
Cobra Kai broke down why people made the choices that they did in their past and what got them to this point. So it's like, oh, all right, well, I get it.
And season 6 unlocked the rest of it for us. Yeah. And I love every bit of it, man. I love the show. But that's all my goods.
That's all my goods, too.
All right. Let's talk about these bads, bro. What do you got that you didn't like about season 6 Cobra Kai, man? Besides the ending.
All right, bet.
See, I know what you're going to say.
I will. So this is a tricky one because I like the actors and things like that. I noticed that when it came to the fights and stuff like that, they favored the stars over the ones that could really fight and do the martial arts stuff like that. And I understand why they did it, but I felt like it kind of took a back step instead of really pushing actors to really get to the level of these other fighters. They could have done that, but I felt like when it came to script and performances, they favored the stars over the martial artists who we know could pretty much end them.
Could you put a little bit more on it? Are you talking about, because I thought Tori's scene was perfect.
Yeah.
So you're just talking about how like
you could see
like Axel had no business.
You could see it. You could see in the choreography where it was like they favored the star over the actual real fighters.
Okay.
Like when somebody throws a kick or something, right? You see them, right? And then like when the main ones that do it, like the ones that we're supposed to be following, you'll get like a wide shot or something where it's like, oh, that's definitely a double. It's never a close up or something. It'll be like an after shot. But when it's the real ones that doing it, you see their body and everything.
Okay, I know what you mean.
And it's like, okay.
Choreography was good, but because of actors and actual martial artists, it looked fake.
Yeah.
To a degree.
And I'm talking about season 6 specifically because the ones that came in really amped up and elevated that season 6.
Yeah, they gave us real
And when
fighters.
they came in, it's like, wait a minute. Tori and Raina Vallingham, yeah, no. So, but I get it story wise. And then Louis Tan and William is like, okay, but I get it. So it was a lot of that. And
not to go ahead. Do your thing, man.
No, you good. And then the other chick that was messing with Eli or Dimitri when they were in that tournament and they were talking and something happened. And remember, she was like, well, what's up? You gonna talk to me? He was like, no. She was another one too. So they had the team up between her and Zara. I forget her name. I think it was Maria or something like that. But you could see the skill sets when they went hand in hand. They were kind of holding back. But we know what they were capable of. So I feel like they were kind of hindering certain things. And it could have been due to scheduling or budget or time. Because I understand that there's a budget when it comes to stunts and action and things like that. And granted, what we got was great. And I say this in my negative because I want them to improve and be better. We saw what they could do in a TV series. This is a TV show, by the way.
Yeah.
That stuff costs, and it is time-consuming because rehearsals may be limited. And you can see it in certain fights. And I felt like towards later on in the season, it got better. And we saw in the beginning, it was pretty basic. They were just throwing kicks to just throw kicks, but there was no motion or no character behind it.
Yeah.
And I've seen other martial artists talk about this on their YouTube pages. Like, they broke it down in a different light. And I'm like, yeah, that is kind of true. And we're coming in on a fan aspect, and these people are coming in from a fighter perspective. I'm like, I kind of see it because I watch a lot of fights. I watch a lot of martial arts.
That's how it is.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm glad we got these mistakes because we can always improve on this when it comes to spinoffs and newer movies. The good to that is Karate Kid has elevated to a whole nother level where you can show blood, sweat, and tears and violence and death. And that's something that we were robbed of in the 80s, but we kept it basic because it was just basic karate.
Yes.
Now you can show different styles and things like that. And this is what makes the future of Cobra Kai and Karate Kid exciting.
Yeah.
Because action is going to be on another level.
Yeah.
Granted on what we saw in the trailer and what we gotten in the series.
Yeah.
So there's a light to it. But that's just my little basic criticism. That's just a fan of me, nitpicking.
I'm gonna say I totally agree with you on that. And one of the things is because I'm gonna piggyback on that. It's what I've been saying for years, right? With Cobra Kai, a lot of people say, "Oh, Sam wouldn't be able to do that." We have to kind of. When I watch Cobra Kai like a comic book, and let me explain that to you, right?
Yeah.
The character itself is a monster, bro.
Yes.
So on both ends, you're going against 2 tier 1 fighters.
Okay.
I do not see the actors in those roles.
Got you.
Both ends.
Got you.
Because of that.
Yeah.
When I saw Tori versus old girl,
yeah,
I saw the comic book Tori.
Right.
And old girl, bro.
Right. See him?
I'm like, I can't picture, and I'm not saying, and it's no disrespect to the actors and actresses.
Right.
I love you guys.
Right.
You guys did a phenomenal job. But like you said,
yeah,
you have fighters and you have actors.
Yeah.
You have fighters. You have fighters first, acting second. You have acting, fighting second.
There you go.
So it's like when you watch Michael Jai White.
Yeah.
If you watch Michael Jai White and his movies, he goes against other fighters. Scott Adkins and them go against other fighters. They can't go against people that don't fight because it's going to look cheesy.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So it's like what was the movie? It's like a I don't want to throw like MCU out there and nothing like that, but sometimes actors don't know how to fight. Right?
Okay.
And you see it. You be like, oh man, they're not really good at this. They need to probably take a karate class. You know what I mean? It's not. It's so when
and the cameraman, they know that. The second unit know that. That's why they do it at a certain angle, certain distance. There's a certain edit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't really. And I know they wanted to show the realistic idea of the tournament because a lot of close-up shots with kicks. It don't look right. It looks boring.
Yeah.
So I understand what they did, but I look at it as a comic book. I watch them as comic book characters. Like I can see them right now. Like Miguel, I can see bro. Like goddamn, he's a monster, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just the actor playing the character.
Yeah.
Even Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny in the comic book mode, he different. Mr. Miyagi comic book.
Yeah.
There's nothing that man can't do.
Right.
But the actor can't do all that.
Yeah.
That's the whole beautiful thing about fantasy and stuff like that. But a dislike for me, I feel that they shorthanded us with 2 particular characters.
Okay, bet.
I felt like we should have went back to Okinawa and at least got Jackie Chan's dojo.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel that once you showed us that trailer, we needed that.
Yeah.
Right?
He ain't lying.
And we also didn't get Julie Pierce.
Okay. Next Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Okay. That is true.
And I felt like maybe she's going to come, but I feel like everybody came but her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Miss Miyagi had a lot of secrets.
Yeah.
And just to know, like, everybody he touched end up being successful and lucrative in their lifestyle because of his teachings, I felt like that would have been very positive for me as a viewer and the young ladies.
Gotcha.
I feel like the young ladies didn't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's not saying it's just I felt like, where is she at? Because we've been wanting that.
Yeah.
We've been wanting that. And granted, her journey didn't tie in with Johnny, but Mr. Miyagi tied in with her journey.
Yeah.
And I feel that seeing these tournaments and hearing about Miyagi-Do, she would be into it. She would have known about it.
Right.
Like, oh, Miss Miyagi.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Daniel's son he was talking about?
Yeah.
I got to go to one of these tournaments.
There it is. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I felt like we were shorthanded with that. And I hope that they really, maybe the actress didn't want to come back. You know what I mean? Because when we found out about Mr. T, I want you to be in my movie.
Yeah.
Am I going to win?
Right.
Well, it's the way the story. I don't want to be in it.
Right.
You coming to my house, I pay your food to come to my house and think Mr. T ain't going to win another fight.
Yeah, that's
I'm Clubber Lane.
Yeah, there's no way.
But, sometimes the actors and actresses say no. But that was my dislike. I was very disappointed at the end because of that. I wanted to see those two. Because they build up to it. And then you gave us that trailer. I feel like if you never gave us a trailer, then I would have been like, okay with Jackie.
Right.
But you gave us that trailer. And he knew who he was. Just say Jackie was reading the newspaper. Something.
Yeah. One sentence. That's all it takes.
Man.
But he was on vacation. All right, better.
Yeah.
They met up. All right, cool.
Yeah.
But I will say, are we going into like favorite moments?
No, you got any more bats?
Oh no, that was it.
All right, let's go on a favorite moment then.
All
boom,
right,
boom, boom.
Bet. So my favorite moments from the series was probably be between season 2 and season 6. I felt like season 2 was where we got peak fighting. Season 2 was one of my favorite finales with the school fight, the all-out brawl. The battle royale was amazing.
We're right here
because we saw trained fighters coming in with no referee, full contact in school, in public. You know what I'm saying? Just fighting over something ridiculous. It was a girl at that, but just going at it, to the death basically.
Yeah.
And that was pretty crazy to see that on that level of in a Karate Kid universe. I thought that was pretty dope. And literally kind of like that beginning one take, how it was set up, how there was beef before the class. She got on the intercom and started talking crap. It was the intensity was set up because it was building.
I'm about to whoop your ass, bitch. Whoa.
So that was pretty fun. And that was when I was like, okay, this is peak Karate Kid. We're getting something new here. And then the whole play out how that happened, that was pretty crazy. And then going into season 6, with an even bigger tournament, but going international, it was like, oh man, I'm kind of scared for our main characters. You know what I'm saying? That was when it was like, oh shit, it's getting real. So that was pretty exciting. I just felt like throughout it, the elevated of combat was pretty fun, and they, like you said, very comic book. But then you got some groundedness, and when you got the real hitters that came in, it's like then we started getting the grounded versus the fantasy, and I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah, all we needed was magic.
That's it. Hey.
For me, this is gonna shock people, but one of my favorite scenes is the redemption of Hawk when when he's doing his Cobra Kai training, and then he got to go against what's his name, Butch or Bulk or whatever was his name, the fat one, the one that went to they thought he was going to MIT, but he was going to a car school or something.
Oh,
I can't think of his name, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay, bet.
When Hawk whooped his ass.
Yeah.
And I say that because people think I don't like Hawk, but the thing is, that was it. It was like, yo, I'm no longer a scared little boy. I'm a teenager with attitude. And I was like, that right there was really cool. And I love that because everybody was like, damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had it in him.
Right.
And he became a bona fide tier fighter out of the group.
Yeah.
I love that scene. I also agree with the Miguel fight in the school. I thought that was really cool. One of my, the other fight, my second favorite is season 1, tournament.
Yeah.
When Miguel won, and seeing the magic in Johnny's eyes, and seeing the magic in his mother and his grandmama's eyes, that their son, their quiet little boy, accomplished something. Like, y'all don't understand how that feels and makes people feel like, damn, I did it. I won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big deal.
I thought that was really dope. And then my third favorite scene is the breakdown with was two. The breakdown of Daniel and Mr. Miyagi and Johnny and Kreese. That right there, turning little boys. Love it. I love it.
That was wild.
That's what I got right there.
Definitely a return to form with those scenes for sure.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
Ready to get us a grade? Oh, whoa. We got what's your favorite season?
Oh, I would say probably between 2 and 6.
You got to pick one. So, all right, we'll do this. Top 3 favorite seasons. And 3 being the least.
All right.
1 being the best.
Okay, so 4, 6, and 2.
Okay.
4, 6, and 2.
4, 6, and 2?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Go. Yeah.
It's going to go just like this. 6, 2, and 1.
All right, bet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I love it. I love them.
That's where all the gems, like, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I choose 6 because we got Pierre Kinney.
Yeah. And he got a lot of redemption in that season, too.
Yeah.
And he was responsible for a lot of the success and outcome from what happened when they brought him back in.
Well, you know what? When I speak out loud, I think differently.
Yeah.
I'm going to change that. I'm going to say 5, 2, and 1.
Okay. All right.
6th season was really good, but see the emotion.
Yeah.
But the 5 created the fire. I'm going to say 5.
Season 6, I run with that because very cinematic, and them splitting it up made it more dramatic.
True.
They knew it was coming to the end. They said, we got to extend this shit.
Yeah.
And the anticipation of us waiting was like, oh, God, we're getting 5 episodes each. All right. And then coming back to it, it's like, man, each part got bigger and bigger. So the first was like the setup, and then the second was the tournament, and the third was like the finale payoff.
Yeah.
Very cinematic. Like, and a lot of stuff that was happening was like, man, we slow down. I need to comprehend. Wait a minute. Oh, what? Somebody's dead. We lost, and then we got a rematch. Then the sensei's coming in. I was like, wait, what?
Never been done
It
before.
was crazy.
You know what I mean? But they did it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Time to give a grade, bro.
All right.
What do you give Cobra Kai season 6 and as an overall series?
Overall, as a series and season 6, I'm going to give both 5 out of 5 stars.
5 stars each.
Consistent, man. Really fun storytelling. I thought it put respect on the Karate Kid universe's name and the original trilogy, but also opened the door for more stories to be told. You've respectfully embodied it and, embraced the canon to get more content out of it.
Yeah.
There we go.
I totally agree with you on that, brother. It gave us something that we didn't know we needed, but we needed that spoonful of sugar because it helps the medicine go down.
Here it is.
I'm going to give them both 5 stars
All right.
out of 5. The show ended well.
Yeah.
It gave us spinoffs, and we're going to be there to watch every last one of them.
Yeah.
That right there is something amazing. Most
Hell
shows
yeah.
can't do that. And they
True.
end where you're like, oh, man, damn, it ended like that.
Yep. Not this.
Like Boardwalk Empire. Tommy? Oh, my God. Don't get me started. But you know what I'm saying? So it ended well. 5 stars out of 5. I can't wait for other people to find other properties that we watch, other movies, and add on those and give us really good TV series out of that. You know what I mean? I think that would be really cool. The way they handled it, the actors came back. They were in peak shape.
Yeah.
We got to see so much, man. It was a beautiful experience, man. And I'm glad I was with my bro and y'all out there, man.
Yep.
But guess what? It's not about us.
It's about y'all.
Post your comments down below. Let us know what y'all thought about the Cobra Kai series and season 6. And what grade do you guys give them both? I want to know. Put it down in the comments down below, because this isn't the last time we're going to hang with each other, because we got other content out there.
Absolutely.
But this is the last time for Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
But we will be back for Karate Kid.
Yep. There it is.
That is a fact.
It's time.
If you're new to the channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button. Thumbs up this video. Don't forget to share now. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon, where you can get the full-length reaction to many episodes.
Y'all know what to do.
Also, if you want to show love on the channel, make sure you join the YouTube membership. The link is down below, guys.
What are you waiting for?
I'm J3.
We're on the Shogun, Ninja Assassin.
Road to 100,000 subscribers.